What's up, everyone? It's the second half of a doubleheader tonight here at Win Daily Sports. I'm Dave Gleckner. We got Tony Jigsaw Cotillo in the flesh and Jay Mizrahi, and we're going to rock with the Sunday main slate here. We just did the Thanksgiving one, but we're going to get into the 10-game slate on Sunday, break that all down, have a fun draft, get another audience team going. But before I do all that, what is going on in the Cotillo household?
Yo, man, we got to have some fun. Like I tell everybody, right? Sports betting's got to be fun, man. Like, it's not just about when you're hitting money. It's about having fun, man. I got this nickname Jigsaw a long time ago, and I'm like, let's just play into it, man. Let's play into it. So now you're going to get these special appearances, by Jigsaw, right? The court is in session because, listen, we just talked about the whole show, right? I've heard enough about Jason. I heard enough about sticks. I heard enough about ghosts. Let's talk about Jigsaw. Okay, I'm hitting SGPs every other day. 4 legs, 5 legs. All you gotta do is follow us on Win Daily Sports in the Discord, and you'll hit 2. Jay's hitting ladders, man. Let's go. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Jay, I got to tell you a bad story there real quick about Monday night. I played the Devontae Smith ladder, but the last leg I played was over 100 yards. I knew he caught that one on the goal line. Pushing me. They're like, you got this. I was like, nope. Never going to get another one.
Yeah, I had it. Luckily, I think I had it at points
95?
bet. It was 95. Like points bet, like once you get past 80, they go 95, 110, 125. That's the guy who paid out my entire weekend. I don't know. He's got something against the Chiefs where he steps up and A.J. Brown kind of gets bottled up here. So maybe it's an A.J. Brown Sunday here. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, the props have been super fun, man. Like I love doing it. Every morning I wake up, it's the first thing I do. I pop in, our prop model, and that's where I get like, it's not something that I'm just like, okay, whatever the prop model says, that's what I'm going to bet. But it is where I start looking, each day. Like I'll pull it up right now. I start looking here, and Sticks will obviously update this. He really focused on the main slate for Thanksgiving, and that's where I'm looking to go ahead, and I already bet. I didn't go with Gallup, he has an edge on Gallup, but I did bet Jameson Williams. I just thought the number, even though it shows stronger on Gallup, I like the number on Cooks better. For whatever reason, I got a lot lower than 37.5. I got around like 34.5 this morning. So I rode that. But yeah, I love these props. I love the ladders. When I see these massive edges on a player like Jameson Williams at 20, I got it at 21.5. It's at 22.5. Sticks has him projected for 38. I know he has projected for 3 catches. If Jameson Williams catches 3 balls, it could be 60. It could be 70. It could be 80 if Green Bay kind of stays in this game. So, when it comes down to it, use the tools. We have a promo going on right now. The projection model has been really good for DFS, really good for props. We got the optimizer as well. So make sure you take advantage of these tools. Use the promo code half off. Make sure you like and subscribe. And big shout out to Jimmy and Ed. You guys are going to be drafting a lineup right now. We're going to be doing another, lineup right now for the main slate. So I'm excited about Sunday. I'm really locked in, to be honest with you, for tomorrow. But we're going to crush it tomorrow. Going to enter a showdown lineup on Friday, but I'm definitely not watching that game. Like, I'm not going Black Friday shopping. That's like not going to happen. I'd rather spend time with the family. Nah, I'd rather spend time with the family outdoors on Friday than watch the Jets versus the Dolphins. That's like brutal. Like that's something that Jigsaw would make somebody who's a Jet fan. Like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to make you watch Tyreek Hill just run over your team for 3 hours and Barrett, like Boyle. And what's going to happen is like Boyle's going to get hurt. And like Zach Wilson's going to have to trip his way back onto the field or some shit. Like, it's going to be bad. But I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a really good slate. I want to draft you guys, have some fun, and make some money for sure.
Yeah, Jimmy checking in, loving the prop model as well, or the projection model, we should say. And, Ed, maybe we will, but we got football on Friday. So I am going to watch a little bit. I'm saying now, I'm going to watch a little bit until Tim Boyle throws his 3rd pick, and then I might decide to go watch something else. Because college football, by the way, is really good on Friday as well, and this weekend's going to be big. But
Dave, hold on. Let me cut you off. Who wins Saturday? Michigan, Ohio State? Who wins?
Ohio State this time. And I've been on Michigan the past few years. I don't think Michigan has been tested at all yet this year. And a lot of people, if you're watching college football playoff show the other night, they don't even think they should be in the top 4 based upon how horrible their schedule is. So I think it's really going to come down to Ohio State's played a couple really big games, including the Notre Dame game. Obviously, Penn State, they both played. But I think Ohio State just has that little bit edge of having a tougher schedule.
Okay. So look, looking at this slate, man, it's wide open. I actually like these slates when there's 3 games off, 4 games off now, so it condenses the player pool. I've been working on my cheat sheet. I'm going to release it probably tomorrow night. But this is a good slate, man. It's definitely a slate that you can limit your player pool. There's a couple bad matchups. Like I don't really think anybody's going to be drafting. Is anybody interested in this Patriots-Giants game outside of Saquon Barkley? You got a game between the Steelers with Pickett and the Bengals with Browning. I'm not sure anybody's going to really like that game as well. And then you got the Browns-Broncos projected for 35 points. So there's a lot of low-scoring games. The Chiefs they're on the main slate, but they're going against the Raiders. The total there is 43. You got Chargers and Ravens on Sunday night. So there's a lot of games that are not on the main slate. You got a big game, Buffalo versus Philly, that I'm sure, going to be gravitated to. You got the Cardinals and the Rams potentially, the Colts potentially in a decent spot. There's some injury news we got to kind of, flesh out to before Sunday. We think Jameis Winston's going to be starting. We think Bailey Zappe's going to be starting, Dave. Any reports out of Carr? Any reports out of New England? We know Boyle's going for the Jets. I got to make some tough decisions because I don't know if I have Geno in 2 leagues, one in the Win Daily League and in a different league. Even if he goes tomorrow, I don't know if I want to go. I have an opportunity to maybe pick up a guy like Jameis Winston, Gardner Minshew. I might be leaning in that direction because I don't think it's a great matchup for Geno. Dave, do you think Geno's playable for season long, or would you rather go to one of these scrubs that are filling in like a Zappe or Jameis Winston? If Winston goes, Gardner Minshew?
Listen, I'm a big Winston guy just because he cracks me up, not because I like his football play. So, but I'll say I still think Geno's going to have a solid game. I think he plays again. He played the last drive last week. He said the elbow was good enough to rip one down the field to DK and get him in the right range until Carroll stupidly ran the ball with no timeouts left, the idiot. But to get 2 yards and set him up for 55. But anyway, I like Geno over those fringe quarterbacks. I still do. I don't care about the San Fran D. You can pass on them. You really can.
Okay. All right. So any thoughts before we get into this DraftCast, Tony or Dave? Looking at this slate, anything that stands out? Dave, you've been crushing the bets. Any bets that you're looking at for this late slate or the Sunday slate?
No, I'll let Tony start off with anything you're looking at, and I'll give a preview of who I think.
Yeah, listen, man. Like I'm just looking to build some parlays, bro. Like we're getting jigsaw crazy this weekend. And again, I'll do it this weekend. We'll throw some out there, and having a little fun with this, man. Having a little fun with this. But one guy I can tell you it's going to be a lot of my builds is going to be Kyler Murray when it comes to SGPs. I really like this matchup, and I know the Rams played well defensively last week. But what I could say is Kyler hasn't even played his best game yet, and he continues to just score points, right? So, he's in double digits both weeks. He's only scored 1 touchdown through the air. I think this is the first week he gets multiple. So I'll be building a lot with Kyler Murray.
Okay. All right. So
now, one thing I will throw out there, there's been just so much talk of how bad the Chiefs were in the second half, the last 3 games. I would take on one of my bets I do like outside, regular game plays. I think the Chiefs over 10 points in the second half. I think they're going to really show all game, but I think the second half they're going to come out with a little bit more aggression and play a different game. So I like them to go over. You can find 9.5 for -170, 10.5 down to about 140. That's where I would go. So that's one number I do like. Kelsey scored 4 touchdowns in a game against the Raiders just last year. So, and 2 of those were in the second half. So anyway, we can get into this slate. That's one. I will be releasing a Turkey Day betting article tomorrow, as well as my full one on Sunday. So you'll get more there. But with that, you guys ready?
Let's do this
Let's
thing,
roll, man. I'm ready.
All right. Let's pull this up. And then Let's go. This is what we're going to do, Jay. Since we just
since I won the Thanksgiving slate, I should go first. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You just picked every player on Thanksgiving, so you got a good chance. So you can go first here.
All right, I'll go with the number 2 pick. Let's give the audience number 3 so they have time, and then you guys decide between yourself if it's Jigsaw or the bell ringer. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go last?
I like to ask.
I'll go first, man. I'll go first. I went last time, so I'll go first.
All right, I like it. All right, let's put you there, and then I'll bounce out to last, and we are ready to roll as soon as I replace you with me. Bang! All right, let's start off. I just gotta say Jigsaw. I can't say Tony anymore.
Yeah, just say I'm telling you, man. Like everybody just gotta call me Jigsaw. Court is in session, man. The gavel has been hit. We all rise. Everybody's like a few good men, man. All rise. Judges in session here. I'm like Colonel Jessup walking in, man, with the Jigsaw, man.
I love that movie. Very
it's classic, man. It's a classic.
You want the truth? You can't handle.
Oh, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So, like Jigsaw always says, it's time to play a game. So now let's go. It's time to play a game. I'm gonna start us off. I talked about the prop, man. Just give me Kyler Murray. Under 7,000. I'm taking the quarterback first. I'm not paying up for Hurts. I'm not paying up for Mahomes. I'm not buying into Josh Allen. I want nothing to do with that number. Give me Murray at 6,900.
Let me ask you guys something real quick before you go. I got offered a trade today. I have Burrow in a dynasty league. Kyler Murray for Burrow, and I couldn't do it. And I'm 8-3 in that league, I think. So I need a quarterback, but I don't know where he's going to be next year. Do you think it's going to be in Arizona? That was my point, and that's why I couldn't do it. Do you think
what was the trade again? It was what?
I would get
Kyler Murray for Burrow. Burrow's out, and he's competing this year.
Yeah,
which would be a supreme drop off to lose Murray.
I'm worried about.
I don't know where this dude lands, but I think he definitely landed back where he should be. Like he's not the best ever.
But do you think he's in Arizona? That's where I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I think
tough,
they want
man.
the kid. I think they want to grab one of these guys in this draft too. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not on him like that to know where he lands.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, but let me ask you though: does he got fire in his gut?
Who, Murray?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
the whole cannon. Hey,
Yep.
everybody got fire in the gut. Like that was like the worst thing I've ever seen before in my life.
I can't. Listen, he's a great fantasy player. I can't stand him outside everything.
Oh yeah, well, me and Jason said it. Like we have people when we're talking serious, like fantasy, sure, but quarterback in the NFL, I'll pass.
No, I'll pass big time. I'll take Drew Brees left-handed.
Exactly.
All right,
Jay. I'll go running back. I almost got there with this guy last week. I thought he was a good play. He is the entire offense, and he's still got something to prove. So the price is right on Saquon. This Giants team is terrible. New England's pretty bad as well. So I think, game script is going to be just give Saquon the ball 20 times, whether it's through the air, whether it's through the ground. He can go 100 here if everything plans out and plays right. 7,300 for a top-notch running back. I think he's the safest running back up top because the other ones either have tough matchups or there's some form of timeshare. So give me Saquon Barkley, please.
I like it. He's back and he's relevant. All right. They're already trying to hurt me. Is this true, Ed? Is this where we're going? Anybody else?
Run it. Take Jalen off the board. Go for it.
All right. And listen, even in an off game, and he had an off game Monday, still puts up 20+ fantasy points. So against the Bills, I love the pick. He's definitely in my top 2 or 3 quarterbacks. All right, I'm going to go.
Shit. Keep talking shit, national people. Keep talking shit. That's all I got to say.
He's such.
Wait. You're talking about talking shit. Like, look, Jalen played good enough, right? I think I was talking to Tony earlier. I think the play calling was terrible. Like, you couldn't pick like worst play calling. But what I want to comment on, I don't want to go on about it, but like Sirianni looking like a 4-year-old walking off the field, like talking shit to the Chiefs fan. Like the mannerism, like he looked like my 6-year-old daughter. Like he's really like just, I don't know, man. It just looks super immature for a coach to like. If you want to be gassed up and like be tough, but it didn't look tough like the way he was doing it. It looked like a kid that used to get picked on wants to be tough now. I don't know. It turned me off. I didn't think it was like a
Well,
I think it was like a proud moment
man.
for Sirianni coming off the field, Dave. I don't know.
I'm not going to take too much stock from a New York guy. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
Like, you turn you off, man. Like, whatever. But all I know is I coach, and I do the same thing. I'm out there chest bumping my team and with my 17-year-old kids when they score a goal.
Chest
like,
bumps
I'm in.
are good. I'm for the chest bump.
Well,
the way he like propped his feet up, when he screamed at the. I don't know. Let's go.
Well,
on.
here's my just side on that. He has no idea he's getting filmed on that. That's down the tunnel. That's off to the side.
I know, yeah.
So, I mean, I like the raw emotion of it. I think he would have been a lot more nondescript if he knew someone was filming him. He could have even said some choice words because I'm sure they were yelling at him all game. In Philly, we love emotion. So I'm okay with it. I really am.
Good,
but I can see how people would be.
I'm good. Listen, we got a guy in the stands and paint all over his face. I got a guy with tattoos all over his stomach, not even wearing a shirt. We're going to worry about, stop. Everybody just keep talking, man. I love it. Keep talking.
Jimmy, I agree with you, Jimmy, but let's continue the show here. Dave, what do you got right here?
Hey, listen, I don't have to tell Tony this, so this one's for you, Jason, and everybody else, but there's a running back that's just been as steady as they come, has been just a complete workhorse over the past 5 weeks, and he gets a juicy matchup. Give me Rachaad White. I love them coming into the season. Got a little worried early on, but it doesn't matter about the rushing yards. It's all about the passing game with this guy. He hasn't scored less than, I think, 15 points in the past 6 weeks. He's just steady as they come. I'll take Rachaad White this week against Indianapolis. And then there's a lot of good pass action to like this week, but I think I'm going to stick with, I'm going to do it. It always seems like these two flip. And this week I'm going to go on the opposite side of the flip, and I'm going to take Nico Collins. I know Tank Dell goes for it, then Nico goes for it. This is a game I want to get involved in. Houston and Jacksonville. So give me Nico.
Okay.
I like it.
Audience
All
right, back to the audience.
Let's go, Jimmy, Ed. Let's get that jigsaw playing, man. Like, I feel like a teenager too. Like, I'm like stroking hair over here. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm liking this.
Love it.
What you got, Ed, Jimmy? We need somebody here. I'll make a pick for you guys. The board is wide open. You got the Sunday main slate.
They're too worried about Nick Sirianni.
You got some big matchups with Philly and and Buffalo. You got.
Hey, wait, hold on. While we're waiting for that pick, man. Like I got a bone to pick with Jimmy too. Like, seriously, you're talking about Sirianni, dude. Look at your own head coach and Zach Taylor. Are you kidding me? Like, you talk about a dude looks like a teenager running. Like, stop. Like, let's like, come on now, man. Like, it's not like you got Mike Tomlin there on the sideline or something. Give me a break. Okay.
Dave, they're running Kieran Williams, and I'll be up next. I think I want to go Tank Dell. I had him. He's the reason why I cashed a lot of lineups last week. Don't really need to explain it. Double-digit targets the last 3 weeks. He actually had a good game against Jacksonville in week 3. It was kind of like his first or second big game where he had 145. Dude just heavily involved in the offense. I think this is going to be the toughest matchup for Houston in a while. I know they played some tough games and some tight games, but this is going to be a big match. Trevor Lawrence really bounced back. Jacksonville's a really good team here, so give me Dell in a high-scoring affair. His price is probably the last time he's going to be under $7K moving forward. He jumped from $5,900 to $6,900, but dude's been balling out, so I'll go with Tank Dell here.
All right, and that's kind of the reason his huge game against Jacksonville is why I took the $500 discount, but they're both in play for me, and you can even double stack them. But, all right, with that jigsaw, you're up for 2.
I like it, man. I like it. Talk about that Jacksonville game, man. I'm going to go Travis Etienne. I listen, love this guy, 7,100. I think it's a good play. Listen, even when he doesn't, looks like a good game, he breaks off that one big play, and we know Dougie P loves the running back, and no competition out there for Travis Etienne. So give me him. And I'm going to go against everything I normally do here. And this is like, I don't know, like Jay's got a lot of man crushes, all over the years I've learned. and whether it be internally at Win Daily or through DraftCast, right? But
Oh, you're doing this.
One of those guys is Pacheco.
Yep, I was typing it in.
Yep, and I'm going Isaiah Pacheco, man. And here's why. I don't normally take touchdown dependent guys, but listen, he's getting the looks, and he looks like he's over that 4.1 threshold yards per carry. And I think that the Chiefs are going to change the offense around a little bit this week and say, let's lean on a running game a little more, because you got guys that hurt and Kelsey and guys that can't catch in half the other receivers. So I like Pacheco for a double, a money special double touchdown week against Vegas.
Yeah, there's a lot of good mid-priced running backs. Pacheco was probably my next pick, Tone.
I knew it. That's why I had to take
him. he was right there. You're going to make me slide down. I'll go James Conner here. I like this matchup, in a dome in Arizona. They need to slow down Kyler a little bit if they want to hang in this game against the Rams. The Rams are a little bit banged up, 22nd ranked defense here against the run. So I think they're going to use Conner a bit. He wasn't so heavily involved in the passing game last week, but maybe he catches a couple more here and finds his way in the end zone. The price is right, 5,900. Kind of does what Brian Robinson did last week. Get you 20 points, move on, and beat him somewhere else.
I like it. I had him last week, and it was odd how he didn't do better, but I still think he's their main workhorse, obviously. So good pick. Audience, you guys are up, Jimmy and Ed, helping us out here already with 2 solid picks. Who you got?
Who we got here?
Let me see here.
Let me ask you guys from all right, he's got Pittman and Kelsey. Let's go with first name there. Let's go with Michael Pittman. I think the matchup is good for Minshew and the boys here. Pittman, number 1 target. You're getting a discount here. I like the play. 6,800. We keep targeting Tampa Bay's passing, their secondary here. So strong play at 6,800. I like it. So let's move on to the next one. Tone, who do you got here, man? You got 2 picks back to back. You got Rashard White, Nico Collins. You need a quarterback. Your boy Hurts is off the board. Who do you want?
If you don't mind, I'll go.
My bad.
That's why I usually steer the boat there, but it's all right. I'll listen. This guy, and again, I go back to Tony because Tony and I had him early, but the firing of Matt Canada this week, I think, could even make this guy better. You got the one bitching in the locker room, Najee, about whatever. It's Jalen Warren's team. This dude is good. Cincinnati's not great against the run. Jimmy can vouch that. Give me Jalen Warren. This is a lot of hedging on them. But last week, once they went to the run, they scored 10 points. When they went away from it, nothing. So, and then I got to get him now. I'll take CJ Stroud. I have to double up at some point. And like we said earlier, I want to get in this game. So I'll take Stroud against the 28th ranked team against quarterbacks in Jacksonville.
Okay. Audience, up to you. I saw Kelsey come up earlier. If they want to go Kelsey, Ed, Jimmy, if you guys don't want to go Kelsey, go right ahead. I see some guys in our Discord chat. If you don't know about our Discord chat, make sure you hop in there. We have a promo going on, 50% off any membership for Black Friday. There's been a guy, one of our good members who wins a ton of money betting and DFS wise. He's been holding some tickets on CJ Stroud, MVP. Dave, what would it take for Stroud to get there? Playoffs and what?
It's going to take division win, which is probably playoffs in that division. I don't think a wild card is coming in that division. Even though the NFC or AFC North got banged up recently. No, it's going to definitely take playoffs. I'll give you that. And likely somewhere in the 35 touchdown range. He's at 17 or 18 now, I think. I think he's still going to have to keep on this steady up, but I don't think he gets there. I mean, it's really a nice story. It is. But when you got teams like we talked about in another show, Dak, if the Cowboys go on some obnoxious run here, Jalen, obviously, Mahomes comes back. I just think it's too tall a mountain to climb, but it's fun. Yeah. But 35 TDs and a touch and a playoff.
Okay. So we got some names here on the board here. Got Ridley, Mike Evans, Tony liked that Jacksonville game. I like that Jacksonville game. Ridley's coming off a big game. I think Ridley's a fair name to drop in there. So let's go with Ridley here. I wasn't going that way anyway. So strong play, good price, 6,000. My next pick, I think you just keep rolling this guy. I know he didn't have a big game last week, but he's on the field every single play. And for a tight end to be on the field every single play, and he's out there, on passing routes pretty much every play he goes out there. Price is still fair, 4,700. I know already got Connor. I'll go Trey McBride. He's coming off 2 25-point weeks in the last 4 weeks. This is a nice matchup against the Rams. They're giving up a ton of scoring here, so hopefully Murray finds a rapport with McBride. I like the price tag still at 4,700.
Like it. I like it a lot. All right, Tone. Time to get your wheel route here.
Time to play the game, and before I get into this, I'm going to mention something about Dave here because I've learned something over the years. If I don't toot my own horn, nobody pumps me up. So I'll sit there and say, hey, just so everybody knows, if you go on the Win Daily YouTube page, okay, I've only talked about C.J. Stroud before he got hot. I talked about Rashard White before he got hot. I talked about Jalen Warren before he got hot. So if you listen to me, you would already have these guys, but nobody else is going to talk to you about that. So I will, okay, because I talked about them and I brought them up. So if you listen to Jigsaw, you'd have those guys on your team. So I'm going to do something that's against the will here, Dave. It's probably a violation for Philadelphia, but that's okay. I'm going to go double bills right here, okay? Ooh. I'm going to go Stephon Diggs and Dalton Kincaid, okay? Because, I love my Eagles, but I'll tell you what, man. Like, there's still some holes out there in that secondary, and we do not do well against tight ends. Just going to throw it out there. So this game scares me from a defensive side, so I'm going Diggs and Kincaid.
I like it. Kincaid was definitely coming up near my next pick. Kincaid's getting all the target, and like you said, we don't stop tight ends unless we double them. And that's what they did with Kelsey. They're not going to be able to do that this week because of Diggs, right? There's no Diggs on Kansas City. So, I like both of them this week. Good pick.
Thanks,
yeah,
Dave.
let me support Tony and go with let's go with AJ Brown. Y'all support your team. I'm not supporting you. I'm going to support your team.
So. I know I'm not going to get too much credit.
AJ Brown, coming off maybe his worst game this year. Only 1 catch, 4 targets. We saw like the last time he kind of bickered on the sideline. Then he went on a run of like 25 to 40 fantasy points on DraftKings every single game for the next 10 weeks. So he had a dud. They still won the game. They did what they had to do. Devontae was more involved for whatever reason. This is an up-paced game. Hopefully some people come off A.J. Brown here after seeing what happened. So ownership may be dropping down a little bit, but he's still number 1 wide receiver on the board on this slate. So if you leave him up there to me, I'll take him. I know he missed practice with a thigh. I don't think it's anything major. I do like Cooper Kupp and Puka, but they're both coming in questionable. So I think the sure play as of Wednesday when we're recording this, go up, get AJ a 9K in an up-paced game. The Bills are not that great on defense, man. They got holes all over the place, and I do think the Chiefs' defense is like super underrated at this point of the season. Their defense is probably better than their offense right now, and that's why AJ Brown and some of the game got shut down on Jalen's side as well. One thing though, like I got to ask on a fun tip. Did you guys see that play by your boy? I'm sure you guys saw it, but I think it was Jalen Carter that did it.
As soon as he did it, I said he tried to intercept that right away.
Yeah, I said it too, but it's 2023. Like I've never seen that shit before. And he said he saw people in high school and college do it. Does everybody do that every single time now? Because he almost got it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you start a trend, man.
Yeah, but they can block that. Like I think you had to do it by surprise.
Yeah. I'll go AJ here, and let's keep the thing moving here.
All right, the audience had a few. I mean, the name popping up. I think they meant Derrick Henry. I see Travis Henry, but I think they meant Derrick Henry. Well, they got both. Yeah, okay, he renamed it. All right, cool.
Travis Henry. Ooh.
Yeah, remember him? No, but he changed. It is Derrick Henry. Good week to take a chance there against a very soft defense in Carolina, the rushing defense. I think that's a good call. All right, we'll keep it moving. And as much as you guys all took my my tight ends there. So I'm going to go cheap, and this really feels like a reach here. But I'm going to go Pat Fryermuth. He had a rough one last week. But if I like the tight end down in the lower range, now I got 2 Steelers. That's what I don't really love about this pick. But in the end, it does free up my salary. And 2,900, I mean, what do you got to do? Get about 10 points. And I mean, I got a fireball next to him. So I'll take Fryermuth at 2,900 once I get his name spelled right here. He's got too many.
That's a tough one to spell, man.
Yeah. All right, there we go. And then that leaves me with some decent salary on the way back. If I go 3 on defense, I still get about 1,800, 6K each way. So I will. I'm gonna. Yeah, the guy. I'm gonna run back in the Houston game, and I'll go Christian Kirk.
Okay, I might have gone there next. So good call there. I like that play. Audience, what do you got here? We're running back with the audience, correct?
They are back. Yep.
Okay, so they already went Henry. Ridley's off the board. Guys, let's go. Brian, what you got here, man? Make a pick, Brian. Let's take get you into the mix here. Audience plays here. Eagles on the slate. Giants defense is off the slate. Can't go there again, even though that shit panned out last week.
Devontae Smith, man. You gotta pair up Jalen, and let's go.
All right, if they don't respond back, I like that play there. Go Devontae and keep it moving. Do it, Dave. Go Devontae. I'll go next here. You guys all picked your quarterbacks, so I'll hold out on quarterbacks for a second. And I'll go Chiefs defense, 3,100 against the young kid O'Connell. They're getting pressure. They're containing. And I think that's a good bounce back spot. They're going to come in angry against the Raiders here. So give me the Chiefs at 3,100. I think they're the cheapest D that I like.
Yeah, I like it. Good pick. Good pick.
Rashee Rice, man. Rashee Rice. Give me Rashee Rice. Simple. I'm gonna make this easy, man. Like he's the guy that they're gonna just zone in on against Vegas. I like it. Give me him, and I'm not gonna sit here and talk forever. I'm gonna go with the same another guy I mentioned on Sirius, and we're gonna talk about again another Moore, and that's Elijah Moore from Cleveland. Listen, this DTR kid's got a hell of a lot of confidence out there, and he likes to move around. And the one guy on that team that can move around and get open is Elijah Moore. So give me Elijah Moore, 3,700.
Okay, that works for me. Let's go with Gardner Minshew. I need some value. I do like Jameis Winston if he starts. But let me go Gardner. Keep it moving. 5,100. I think Baker's in play as well, but I didn't want to go Baker again. So give me Gardner and keep it cheap.
Oh, wait. Now he goes by the second? These guys.
Yeah, he's got Let me just tell you, like, when I was growing up in school, like, if anybody had, like, second or third, they were a complete nerd. Like, we're out the bat. Like, you just, like, literally, if your parents are out in your name tag at the Catholic school, you were just getting them bum rushed at lunch, man. Like, you just can't do that.
That's great. All right, audience, you got something cooking for us. You're now down to 8,800 with 3 picks left, so right around 3,000. You're going to have to start getting value.
Yeah, you got to get slim pickings here, boy.
Yeah.
I'm in that same boat, man. It's going to be tough for me, too.
Yeah.
Look, Jimmy's a second. Sorry, Jimmy. As long as you don't have like on your work badge, you're good.
I'm technically a junior, so hey, I hear you, but I never used it.
Yeah, it's so like I can't do it, man.
But the problem is, when they do ask for my legal name, it gets all screwed up. So I didn't do that with my kids. All right,
audience got a pick or no? We might have to pick for them.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to dial one up. If not,
let's pick them. They need to go cheap here. Let's go with a cheap defense. You want to go defense to give them time? I already took the Chiefs D, Jimmy. Good try. Cheap defense. You want to go with the Eagles are pretty cheap. The Eagles at 2,900. You guys think they're in play against Buffalo? All right, Hunter Henry. Roll Henry then.
Okay.
Dave, on you. What you got?
Yeah, I did definitely consider the Eagles D, but once I kind of pieced a few things together, because with Allen, we know interceptions are possibly coming. Let me go Josh Downs into that passing offense. Oh, maybe he's just Josh, not Joshua. Colts receiver. Like Tony said, I'll keep this thing moving here pretty good. So if I fit in him, and then my defense I want to go with is I come back. Yeah, we'll go Travis Kelce as my backup here. Flex.
There you go. Okay. Audience goes Eagles defense. And let's go back to me. I will go with Michael Mayer. I need a discount here. He's going against KC. I'm going to probably bet his prop again. I got it last week at like 19. He got 46. So same kind of thing. Give me 7-8 points and I'm good. Tony, round it out with your last two, and I'll come back and hopefully still have a player here.
I'm taking, give me the least expensive Texans defense on the slate. I'll go Texans against Pretty Boy. Okay, at Jacksonville, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, that's not having the best year of his life. And I'm going to go with the M&M, man. Give me the other more. I'll go back to Rondell Moore this week. Another touchdown. I think he's going to get more than those 1 or 2 targets he got in the beginning. I think this is another decent week. The 3,600 goes up 300. It gives me the stack with Kyler Murray, and I'm good, man. I'm only left with $300, and I'm feeling good about my lineup.
Matt Canada's out of town. Deontay Johnson fits the mold. I'll go Deontay. Audience, you got 2,500, so you got to get like a backup tight end. I don't even know who's out there. Maybe like an Adam Troutman at 2,500, but you guys have to pick somebody. Ugh, it's ugly out there, man. Actually, you can maybe go like a Drew Sample for Cincy. I don't know, man. 2,500. While they're thinking about that, Dave, you can pick your defense because no everybody else got defenses in. You got 2,800. Who's your D? Why these guys? There is nobody past tight end.
Yeah,
give him Brevin Jordan.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Punch it in, Brevin Jordan. It is. Defense for you, Dave. What you got?
I'm going to go Rams. I even considered the Bills here just because of the way the Chiefs created pressure. Bills are second in the league in sacks, but Rams against Kyler. Take a shot here that he gets a little adventurous, might throw a few the other way. Rams are not a good defense. We know that, but like we normally say, I'm spending down, and none of us spent more than 3,100. I'd rather do that. Hope they get 6 or 7, and I'm good to roll. So, yeah, I think we're all liking our lineups. I mean, looking at mine, I did stay in that game. I'm 3 deep in the Texans-Jaguars game, one of my favorite games on the board to get involved with DFS. Jay, on your side, you kind of spread it out, but looking here, you got involved in that game as well, but you're pretty wide, except for the double up there with the Cardinals.
Arizona. Yeah, I was going to go with Josh Downs. You took that right before the Deontay pick. Got some exposure to Tank Dell, A.J. Brown, those 2 high-scoring games. The cheat sheet's going to look a lot different than my lineup, obviously. I'll have props up, throughout the week. I'm so locked in on Thanksgiving and the Friday slate and spending some time with family and all that, but the props will be up before or after the Sirius show on Saturday night, so make sure you check that out. Take advantage of the offer, 50% off. Lock in with us at windailysports.com. Tony, appreciate you putting the mask on. You probably lost a couple pounds sweating the last half an hour in that jigsaw mask, but it's got to be hot with the hoodie, too. That's like extra courage right there. Hoodie
there
plus the mask, man. So everybody, man, that tuned in, everybody that's listening, everybody that supported the brand, just want to be, send a thank you, shout out to everybody supporting the brand. We're working really hard to kind of keep pushing things along and keep supplying content and keep bringing winners to the table. There's more to come, but I'm thankful for you, Dave and Tony, helping out and doing everything that you guys do. So have a good time with the fam this week, and let's continue, having some fun, making some money, and being thankful we get to do this thing and play DFS and sports bet and hang out and talk football and basketball and baseball and all that shit. So appreciate you guys. We're out of here. Tony, get us out, and everybody let's go have some fun.
Yeah, man. As always, like Jay said, just to echo the same thing, we appreciate everybody. Enjoy the time with your family. You don't take anything for granted. It's one thing I learned. You never take anything for granted. Enjoy your day. Make sure you're liking, subscribing. Make sure you're getting into all the deals, and make sure you're popping in Discord, man, because listen, we are dropping bets in there every single day. Jay with his ladders, me with my same game parlays, reading the articles with Dave, getting his picks and the survivor picks. It's just it's great family. Dave, I'll let you go too, man. Give your thanks as well.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm thankful to be part of this Win Daily family. Like Jay said, like you said, every day waking up and having sports on the mind, whether it's betting, props, DFS, it's just something that's so cool and so good and something that is part of our lives. But to be able to do it with you guys, a good big family is great. But on the same side, the audience, thanks so much for you guys being involved, reaching out, just being a part, because it's not just us three here. It's everybody here is part of Win Daily. So I'm thankful for that, but obviously thankful for this life we live. And Tony, you're right. Not one day, not 1 hour, not 1 minute or second is guaranteed. Live it with your family, love it, and have no regrets.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
thankful for Miles Mikal Bridges going over his prop. If he gets 2 more, it's plus 500. He's at 6. He needs 8. He's got the whole third quarter and fourth quarter to go. He already crushed for the 4.5. So we're looking good so far.
I love
Sounds
it. I have
good,
mine Pascal Siakam over 30.
Siakam.
Yeah, over
Siakam.
33.5 PRA. He's already got 31 mid-third. So I'm with you.
Okay, we're looking
I'm
good,
with
bro.
you.
We're looking good. Let's make some money leading to Thanksgiving. We're out of here, guys. Appreciate you all. We're gone.